guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Amanda. Friends call me Min. If you're not new here, thank you for joining again. As you can see, I have some green happening on my eyes today. And to do this look, I used two palettes. The first one is the Juvias Place Tribe palette. Very beautiful. And the second palette I had to dive into was the Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions palette. These are both amazing palettes, and I am absolutely in love with the look that I created. If you want to see how I did this, then please just keep on watching. Alright guys, so I'm going to do things a little different. As you can see, I already have somewhat of a brow on. I'm going to start with my eyes first before I do my face, because I'm going to do some darker and brighter kind of colors today, which will probably give me a lot of fallout. So I want to be able to wipe that all away before I even start putting my foundation on. And I want to see if I like doing it this way, because I don't ever do it this way. Anyways, on my eyes, I will be using two palettes. The first one is the Tribe by Juvias Place. It is beautiful and green. And the next one is by Huda Beauty. It is the Emerald Obsessions. It is the green one. So what I'm thinking is I want to do like darker, smokier, like these two kinds of colors with some of those, maybe this one to brighten it up a bit somewhere. I don't know, but more of these tones and these tones, because the last look I did with you guys, I used like the bright, I did like full-on bright green. So we're not gonna do that this time. I would like to start, I'm going to test out this. It is the Luscious Angel Eyes Eyeshadow Primer Base. It came in a boxy charm, and I have not used it yet. I had it in a Shop My Stash thing. Ooh, a lot just came out. But I never did actually use it yet. I mean, it looks like it could be foundation. It's so dark. Anyways, I'm going to put some on my finger, and I'm just going to put it all over my eyelid. It feels thick. And some for the other eye. I don't usually wear eyeshadow primer because I usually just go in with my concealer. Anyways, we'll see. We'll see if this makes a difference or not. Alright, I think I have gotten them primed enough. So, I need to grab my little mirror. Sorry, I am disorganized as I rummage through. And don't mind my hair, I have not done it yet. It's in a braid from my shower. I was waiting for it to air dry, all crimpy like. Alright, now that I think I'm somewhat set up, I'm going to go in. I'm gonna go in with this Mosaic color right here from the Juvias Place palette. And I'm going to use that just to like set this primer with. I don't really know how I'm gonna do this yet, guys, so bear with me. and we will maybe learn something together. Or we'll just watch me make a fool out of myself, which is a possibility as well. Alright, switching over to the Huda Beauty palette, and on a Juvias Play 006 blending brush, I'm going to go in with this shade right here. There's no names on it, so I don't know what it's called. And I'm going to start putting this into the crease. Like so. I love this palette. It's so pretty. Actually, I really like all of the little mini Huda Beauty palettes. All the ones that I have anyway. Which I do have videos on those in on my channel if you would like to scroll back and look. Anyways, I'm just rambling now. I'm still just using the same color. Just building it up, going back and forth a little bit. I think I want to do a halo eye effect. So I am going to take that color on a smaller brush. This is a MAC 239. And I'm going to place some of that in my inner corner as well. I haven't done a halo eye on my channel in a while. So let's do a halo eye. All right. Now the next color I would like to grab, I'm going to use a MAC 217, I think. And I'm going to go in with this shade here called San from the Juvias Place Tribe palette. And I'm going to deepen this up. I'm using a light hand because it is very pigmented. Excuse me while I concentrate. I am kind of taking the outer edge, as you can see, and I'm bringing it out, kind of like you would with your winged liner. Alright, so, oh, wrong one. I'm just using that as a mirror. Back into the Juvias Place, and again with San to match up the other eye. Again, I'm just starting by like pressing. I'm not instantly going into like sweeping or swirling motions. I really just want to press that color on there first. And don't worry about having it be like extremely neat. We're gonna go around and fix up edges and everything after. Going to go back in with my Juvias Place blending brush and the Huda Beauty palette, and I'm going to go back in with this color that we had, and I'm just going to lightly kind of go over all that again. Just getting the right kind of shade of greenish that I want. And I needed the smaller one to get into the inner corner a little better. These shadows are actually working extremely well together. So that is nice. All right, I'm going to go in with my Tom Ford number 13 back into the Tribe palette with Mazet, or however it is you pronounce that. I'm going to use that to diffuse out these edges here. Just because we don't want, I say it every time I do these videos, but it's true. We don't want these harsh lines. I'm sure you all are going to get sick of hearing me say that. But I'm telling you, if you don't blend them out, you'll notice. And I'm just going back and forth, blending this until I get it looking to how I want it to look, which I think we're about as good as it's going to get for the moment. Now, I really want to take this deep one from the Juvias Place palette, because it has been calling my name. I'm going to use my MAC 239. I'm not going to get it wet or anything, but I want to put it in the inner and outer very edge parts, just to really like smoke it out. Oh, I like that color. That added the depth that I was looking for. I'm gonna add some to the inner portion as well. And I'm just dragging the excess in through the crease, just to connect everything together. Okay, back in with that same Cuba or whatever color, however you say it, from the Juvias Place one, to do the exact same thing to the other eye. So I gotta say, it took forever. As if you've seen previous videos of mine, you'll know that I was waiting to get a new phone. Well, it took forever. I finally just got it. And the last video that I just posted was the first one I filmed with it. And it's the new Samsung Note 9. I gotta say, filming with that thing was so much nicer. Editing with it was so much easier, and there's just so many more options. So bear with me while I do still figure out the lighting and whatnot, but so far I've been loving it. Anyways, going in with just my Tom Ford number 13 with nothing on it. I wiped everything off. I'm just going to blend this out a bit and do the same to the other eye. All right, I'm going to use a bit of concealer to carve out my center. For that, I will be using the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm just going to take it and put a tiny bit onto the back of my hand. You don't need much for this at all. That is all I'm using. You don't need to waste your product. You just need a tiny bit. For this, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills number 18. Just flat concealer brush. I'm going to dip into that. And I'm just going to put it where I want my halo. Okay, and do the same to the other eye. All right. Now, oh, I'm blurry. Now we have that looking all kinds of crazy. I don't know what shade. I'm going to go in with, I think this shade right here from the Huda Beauty. It's kind of blue. Yeah, it looks pretty. Yeah, that's the shade I'm going to do. I'm going to use the same Anastasia number 18. I'm going to be using it wet, and for that I'm going to be using the ColourPop All-Star Setting Spray. So, oh, getting out of focus. Going to dip in with this shade here. Get it. Good. We'll get it good on both sides. We want lots of that. I'm going to spray it. And you know what? Screw it. I'm going to go in with my finger. Because the finger is always the way to go. That looks nice. That shade is really pretty. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but in real life, there's like little tiny sparkle in it. It looks really pretty. All right, I think I got enough on there. I'm going to take my little MAC 239 that I had the really dark color on, and I'm just going to lightly pounce over where the light and the dark shades there, where they meet, because I don't want a straight line there. I want it to look more gradiently blended. You know what I mean? So, yeah. It's going to blend out a bit. Okay, now for my brow bone, I think I'm going to take a little bit of if I can, I don't know what brush to use. I'm just going to take a little bit of Cora or Coro, the shade right here in the Tribe palette, and I'm just going to lightly brush some of that right up under that brow bone. And do the same to the side. I always go right under here too with that color just to, I don't know, give it more lift. And I'm just blending more. All right. So now that we're all done that, I'm going to wipe away some of that. And I'm going to prime my face. We're going to come back to eyeshadow after. But first, we're going to jump in to doing the face. All right. So to prime, I'm going to be going in with the Touch in Soul No Problem Primer. You guys must know by now that I have been loving this primer. It is amazing. It makes my skin feel so nice and look so nice. Makes the makeup apply on beautifully. Leaves me moisturized, which I really need right now. My skin is normally oily combination, more oily, but right now in the winter it's combination on the drier side, and I do have pores, and it does help to somewhat blend those in as well. For foundation, excuse me while I grab this, I need to get my little mixer dish because I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty foundation. Shake those up. Mine is a little too dark, so I will be mixing a couple drops, beg my pardon, of the Cover FX Custom Enhancer drops, or Custom Cover drops, in a lighter shade, just so that I can make my foundation work for me. Put a couple drops in there. A couple, like 4 or 5. And I'm going to take the end of my little brush here. Just going to give it a little swirl together. And, oh my goodness. Just going to, I'm having some problems today, I tell ya. I'm just going to dot this all over my face. And then I'm going to blend it in with my Morphe M439 foundation brush. I love that brush for foundation. It's beautiful. All right. Once you think you have enough of this dotted all over your face, you take your brush. There's my Morphe brush. It is very dirty right now. Please do not judge me for it. Get my hair out of my way. And in circular motions, I'm just going to start blending this into my skin. I'm going to speed this up. All right, now that we have that on and we also did the concealer, I'm going to take my Kat Von D Locket in translucent, and I'm going to set my face with that. So some dip into that there. push that in. Ooh, I'm spilling on myself. I'm just, now that I have it pressed really good under my eyes, I'm just going to pounce some everywhere else to set the rest of everything. A bit on my forehead, down my nose. This, I find, is a very important step in your foundation routine that most people may not think they need, but it just helps meld everything all together, helps everything just sit and stay beautiful. All right, now that we have that done, we need to bronze the skin because I'm looking a little white. To do that, I'm just taking my trusty good old Tarte Park Ave Princess. Oh, I love this. So beautiful. So for contour, I'm going to hop in with this shade here. It is the only shade that is on the more grayish kind of tone. The other ones are all more orange. I'm just going to start putting that in the hollows of my cheeks. Yeah, a little bit more on there. I'm going to smoosh my brush together and just drag it down the sides of my nose. I do have a fairly wide nose, so I do like to do this. Just helps make it look a smidge more narrow. And I'm also going to just lift up in my corners of my hairline in here. I like to tap some in there. And now I'm going to just take my brush. I'm going to go into these last two shades here, Angle and Crown. And this is on a fluffier brush. This I'm just going to bronze. So, just gonna kind of put it everywhere. Don't forget to do down the neck to blend everything in, because you don't want bronzy face and pasty white neck. And for blush today, where did it go? I'm going to be using the Tarte Amazonian Clay in the shade Quirky. It is a beautiful blush. I was just looking for my brush. It is the Morphe E34. I love this brush for applying blush. I think it just fits my cheeks perfectly. And it picks up a good amount of product. And it diffuses it beautifully as well. Yeah, put some there too, or whatever. We'll warm up. Color up the skin everywhere. Okay, so back in with the Juvia's Place palette. I'm going to go in with this sand color. And I'm going to do the inner and outer portion of my lower lash line. just to kind of mimic what we have going on the top. I'm using a very light hand because I don't want to create a lot of fallout. And now I'm going to grab my little Huda Beauty palette. We're gonna use the same shade, the Sky, right here. And I'm going to use it wet on that same little brush I was just using. I'm just going to drag that right in the center of that lower lash line. So before I go any further, we need to finish these off. You know what that means, right? I'm gonna hop off camera, and when I come back, the shit's gonna be done. And the eyes are somewhat complete. Anyways, for liner on the top, I use the Kat Von D ink liner. And Trooper on the bottom, I use Pixie by Petra Endless Silky Eye Pencil in Black Blue. And for mascara, I'm using the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. Love that. It is beautiful. For my inner corner, I'm going to go in with the Kat Von D. This is the Little Mini Alchemist. It just comes with the one shade in it, Teal Aquamarine. So I'm going to put it on just this little e.l.f. pointer brush. I'm going to use it wet. And I'm going to push some of that right into the outer edge there. Oh, it's very soft, that little shadow thing. And I just kind of crunched it everywhere and put a big hole in it. There. That added my little extra oomphness. For highlighter, I'm going to be going in with the Jeffree Star 24 Karat Skin Frost palette. And I'm going to be going in with King Tut and what is this called? Sarcophagus? Anyways, whatever. These two colors right here. And I'm going to lay it down where I would normally put my highlight. I forgot how much I love this highlight palette. I could not put it down when I first got it, and for good reason. I mean, look at that. It is just stunning. Of course, we gotta add a bit to the nose. A bit above the eyebrow. And you know what, we're gonna add a bit more in here too, because Mama likes to shine. A little bit in the Cupid's bow. But you know what? Just to bring this look up another notch, I'm going to layer some Kat Von D Metal Crush highlighter on top of it. I don't usually wear this because it's total straight up like glitter. But I'm going to go in with this shade here, the middle one, which is called Helix. And I'm gonna get up close and see if you guys can see what this does. It just added a bunch. I don't know if the camera is picking up all the glitter, but it is, I don't know, it looks pretty, but I don't wear a lot of glittery face stuff. I'm going to quickly set my face with the ColourPop All-Star Setting Spray. And while I wait for this to dry into my skin, I'm going to go in with lipstick, and I'm going to use the Smashbox Always On liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Stepping Out. I wanted to keep it pretty neutral on the lip with this look, and I couldn't remember if I liked this or not, so I like the formula of that lipstick. And I like the applicator. It's shaped nicely. I'm able to get all the pieces to my lip that I want to get. Anyways, guys, this is the final look. Let me get up closer so you can see. Check out that highlight in the eyes. I think it is beautiful. Love this look. Oh my goodness. I never really wore a lot of greens before, but lately the greens have been just making a statement, I think, the past little while. And honestly, with my hazel eyes, I've been loving it. Let me know down below what you guys think. Is green my color? If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, as it would mean the world to me. And if you would like to be notified of any upcoming videos, then do hit that little bell so you can be notified. You know, you can be walking and your phone will go ding, Min's Beauty uploaded. Yeah. Anyways, I'm just rambling. Thank you all for joining. Have a fantastic day.